Hello iRacers, this is Greg Hill, Executive Producer, and this is our mid-season development update. With just a handful of weeks left to go in Season 4, we're quickly approaching the conclusion of the 2023 competition year, and what a year it's been. Of course, every year at iRacing is unique. It's the nature of our business that the sim and racing service are constantly evolving. However, I can't think of a period that's been more eventful and impactful for the future of sim racing at iRacing than these past 12 months. We have established key new partnerships that will help our brand of motorsport grow at a global scale and reach all new audiences and racing fans. We have strengthened existing partnerships and secured a critical license that will allow us to return to our roots with NASCAR and NASCAR team properties. And of course, throughout all of this, we have invested significantly into the ongoing development and improvement of our great racing simulation and racing service. Now, I do intend to share some of the cool things to come in the Season 1 build, but first let's take a moment to focus on one of the bigger picture developments I alluded to a moment ago. As I touched on in detail in a previous update, a significant focus this year, and last, has been the strategic expansion of our staff across many talented teams. This growth will enable iRacing to operate from a position of strength for years to come and ensure that we will continue to deliver an unparalleled modern simulation experience. On that note, we're thrilled to upgrade our graphics team later this year through the addition of multiple industry-leading rendering programmers who will help evolve iRacing's graphic tech in a way never before seen on this platform. These developers have spent the last 20 years building and leading graphics and rendering teams across a broad spectrum of powerful graphic engines such as idTech, Unity, Unreal, Decima, and Glacier. Our reconstituted graphics team will be more formidable than ever, and we couldn't be more excited about what's to come. This will be a big lift, and in the short term, we will continue improving the current rendering technology and graphics. Now for another big picture update that I know many have been following closely: the status of our advanced new weather system, which we call Tempest internally. While we aren't quite ready to guarantee Tempest for December, we are now confident enough to say that the release of this incredibly complex system is imminent. Tempest was built from the ground up and consists of several interconnected systems that simulate not only rain and the effect that water has on the racetrack, race cars, and surrounding area, but also the physical components that combine to create various types of weather. This system is fueled by extensive real-world data from the very locations where you'll be racing. Together with our dynamic track systems, the combined experience is unparalleled in simulation and gaming. It's hard to describe until you can experience it for yourself, but for those of you who race at these tracks in the real world and have had the fortune, or misfortune, to do so in the wet, reliving that in iRacing with physically accurate and true-to-life puddling is like nothing else out there. You'll feel a tug of resistance when you drive through wet areas, and when things get really dicey, you'll experience aquaplaning. Wait until you see our aero-heavy race cars vacuum up water from the track and redistribute it into the air and elsewhere on the track, drying up the racing line rapidly in the process. Recalibrate your expectation on what a race has in store for you as you search for the line based on the multitude of dynamics at play and the always changing nature of the track and the weather systems. Or, if you see a dark cloud looming on the horizon, is it on its way to you? Have your teammate check the weather radar or query your crew chief for an update. The Tempest project has been a long journey for us spanning multiple years. The idea took form in discussions and brainstorming back in January of 2020, followed by initial technical design a year later. For much of that time, the project was helmed by a small R&D team focused on the weather systems and the data model. Today, we have the combined effort of dozens of developers across web engineering, graphics, physics, tire, sound, and back-end engineering, track art, car art, VFX, production, QA, and design. Talk about a team effort. We're quite proud of what we've built, and we're even more excited to release it to iRacers. We all look forward to making it rain soon. After a build stuffed to the brim with new cars last season, our team has been focusing on some of our longer-term R&D initiatives, such as Rain, our aero modeling program, oval refresh, and tire model updates. That said, we're excited to be debuting one new car in December, the Audi R8 LMS Evo 2 GT3. The Evo 2 is part of our initiative to keep our GT3 fleet modern and looking great. Similar efforts will continue in the new year with multiple additions and replacements to our GT3 offerings. We have a diverse set of track content slated for release in this build. No surprises here as this has all been announced. On the oval side, we're excited to release Slinger Speedway. Slinger is so much fun to drive, and you all have a blast turning laps at the world's fastest quarter-mile oval. And yes, folks, it will include the figure 8 configuration. Mugello Circuit is looking amazing and will also debut in December. Not only does this track look amazing, but it's a blast to drive, and it's a circuit we've wanted to experience in iRacing for years now. We're really excited to be able to make that possible finally. Okayama Circuit is one of our most popular tracks on the service. It's a compelling drive across various cars, especially those in our Rookie Series. However, it has some of the oldest artwork on the service. Okayama will be re-released for free with modern artwork that meets our current standards for quality. It looks great. Outside of these highlights, there are a lot more fixes, improvements, and additions coming in Season 1 2024, and we'll provide a comprehensive list with the release notes as we approach the build. There's a lot more going on at iRacing, and I could really go on here for a long time, but let's save some of these updates for a later date. That said, a handful of items before we conclude. Our scanning department has been busy. Process data was delivered today to the team for both Portimao and Navarra, and our production and our teams are already underway. The scan team has just returned from a big trip to the heart of oval racing country in North Carolina, where they scanned an SRX car and also a handful of different street stock car bodies. We're also working on a micro sprint, which will provide a great entry point to dirt oval racing. This car will lend itself well to Millbridge Speedway, the already released Kern, and a handful of current and future short tracks on iRacing. Oval Refresh has a full complement of developers working on it each day, and they're making significant progress. These efforts will continue for some time as we iterate the many systems involved. That said, we don't want to wait until we're quote-unquote done to release these improvements to the service. With the December build, asphalt ovals have been updated to produce an improved dynamic racing experience. Track surface grip levels will change more rapidly as temperature rises and falls depending on weather, time of day, and the energy the cars are putting into the track. Be prepared to tune setups for changing track conditions and search for grip as various lanes heat up and cool down throughout a race session. I hope you found this informative, and if you'd like to learn a bit more, I'd encourage you to go to iRacing.com, mouse over news, and click on Developers Blog, where you'll find a handful of additional screenshots and other media. That's it for now. Thanks for all your continued support, and see you out there on the track.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, night number 1, round number 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 winged sprint cars presented by Speed Factory. Qualifying getting set to load into right now as we have a field of about 27, 28 drivers as we have got the very big race on the program for tonight. What is going to happen here tonight is you'll see qualifying. These drivers have 5 minutes of qualifying. They'll get 2 laps and they'll move into heat racing action where the inversion is going to be 4. So the top 3 fastest qualifiers will start from positions 4 in heat race 1, 2 and 3. Top 5 will go straight into tonight's main event, locking 15 already into the show. That'll be a distance of 8 laps for the total of 3 heat races. Everybody else will get seated into a C and B main. Yes, it is alphabet soup. C main will be 10 laps. Top 4 will go through from the C to the B. And the B main will also be 10 laps as well. And then I believe we should be taking the top 7 to lock in a 22-car field. After the B main, we'll have a short little warm-up session before we get into a 30-lap main event. Right now, cars already taking lap times when it comes to seeing who can lay down the best and fastest lap time here at the Eldora Speedway, live from Eldora Speedway, the virtual Eldora Speedway. Chase Swafford is the man at the moment that sits in position number 1 with a 13.5 flat to 13.500. We'll take a look at some of the other drivers that are getting ready and are on the racetrack right now. Coulter West, you have a look at him on the raceway. The Red Line Designs, LGR Motorsports, Finish Line Media, number 10 car. His quick time with a 13.424. A 13.424. Michael Cooper on screen in the Aces Up Sim Sports number 12 machine. We've also got Matthew Crokey in car number 2. Cooper will go 7th quick with a 13.562, a 13.562. See if he can improve on that second lap of 13.562. He does with a 13.553. Matthew Crokey, 14th quick with a 13.648. So at the minute, well, our top 20 cars are separated by 0.3 of a second. The top 22 cars are separated by about 3.5 tenths of a second. Crokey with a 13.596. And that is 26 cars that have taken time. So at the end of the heat races and the consolation race, 4 of them are going to go home. Again, we appreciate your support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. A double header here, not only tonight, but of course a triple header tomorrow night. But for now, round 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. Tomorrow night, well, we'll double up on the Eldora Speedway and we'll double up on the Down and Dirty. It'll be the Pro Late Models here from the Eldora Speedway presented by Speed Ranch. So again, a big thank you to, of course, all the wonderful sponsors and partners with the Down and Dirty League. Got Redline Race Design, Speed Factory, and also Speed Ranch with the Pro Late Model. Speed Factory with the sprint car side of things. A little under 90 seconds of qualifying left, but we've got the 26 cars that have taken a lap time here this evening. So again, Coulter West, quick time, 13.424. He'll start position number 4 in heat race number 1. JP Scheiderer, 13.479. He'll start position number 4 in heat race number 2. And Chase Swafford with the 13.5 flat will start position number 4 in heat race number 3. So we've got quite a big schedule on what is now Wednesdays and Thursday nights. We've got a total of 5 broadcasts, and it all starts Wednesday nights with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. And after this one, in about probably another hour and a half to 2 hours time, in fact I think it's just shortly after 11 Eastern, it is the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Models. That'll be round number 1 presented by Northwest Racing Association. Tomorrow night, doubleheader with the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Series and Coast to Coast Racing. 358 in Big Block Modifieds. Tomorrow night, we're at USA. And then with the nightcap, it is going to be the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models. Round number 1 at Eldora presented by Speed Ranch. So, again, a lot of action to come over what is going to be Sunday night with World of Thunder. I think 2, maybe 3 shows on that one. Monday night we'll have some more late models in action. It'll be the super late models. Tuesday night, World of Thunder against Street Stocks. And then Wednesday night, we've got the... What have we got Wednesday? I know what I've got Wednesday. I just can't think of it at the minute. But here we go. Grid time here from Eldora Speedway. Nicholas Shell lines up the Inferno Motorsports number 96 machine from the pole position and to the outside of the front row. Driving the Aces Up Sim Sports car number 12C, Michael Cooper from position number 2. Josh Whiteman lines up the finish line. Race Designs Aces Up Sim Sports Caliber 24 machine from position number 3. And tonight's fastest qualifier, driving Caliber 10, driving the red line. Race Design LGR Motorsports Caliber 10. Coulter West starts from position number 4. Chad Coate in Caliber 11, driving the high line. Number 11 will start from position number 5. And he's outside for Inferno Motorsports and Catalytic Recovery. It is the 518 machine of Joseph Grandy from position number 6. Now, every chance going to butcher this one. Now, give me a chance, all right? First week, some new names for me. Bryce Hohenstein in the 84 machine lines up at a position number 7. Oh, looks like we're going green. We'll get to these ones here in a moment, but it is going to be green flag is out, and we are underway with what is heat race number 1. If I can get to the right camera, that would be absolutely swell, and there we go. Lap number 1 meanwhile is in the books, and it's going to be Nicholas Shell leading the way. Whiteman in 2nd, Cooper in 3rd. Coate, Grandy going to round out your top 5. Everybody playing nicely here in the opening couple of laps of this one. Watching Grady. Now the 10 car of Coulter West trying to move on the 84 car. Bryce Hohenstein. Challenge up for the race leaders. Josh Whiteman trying to close in on right now. Nicholas Shell. Halfway home next time by 4 down, 4 to run. Shell leads Whiteman and Cooper. That's the top 3 as they work down into 3 off for turn number 4. Whiteman going to cut it back right through the middle of the racetrack. Here comes a slide jump for the race lead. Slide jump complete. No mirrors in this one, so he has to be careful. And Shell gives up the room. He backs off the throttle. He knows it. Well, he just needs to finish inside the top 5, be a top 3 to get himself a better starting spot in tonight's 30-lap main event. Meanwhile, Chad Coate, there was contact between Cooper and Shell. Coate now trying to find on the inside of the 12 machine of Michael Cooper. Cooper holds on to position number 3. Now comes after the runner-up driver of Nicholas Shell in car number 96. Meanwhile, Hohenstein has gotten around Joseph Grandy. Grandy now going to start pole of what will be B main. Now here comes a slider from Chad Coate coming to the white flag. 1 lap left to go here in what is heat race number 1 of 3. Weinman leading down the back straight away for the final time down into turn number 3 off for corner number 4. Josh Weinman victorious here in heat race number 1. Michael Cooper second. Like I said, a couple of these names we're going to have to, it'll take a bit to get used to, but I promise you by the end of the second week, maybe third week, give me third week, I'll get them right. Josh Wyman, Michael Cooper, Chad Coate, Bryce Hohenstein, Nicholas Shell, your top 5. Coulter West, Joseph Grady, Cole Zapieski, Wyatt Kapang. That'll be the 9 cars again. Apologies, gentlemen. Just, like I said, it's probably a handful of names that I haven't really seen here before, but I'll get there in the end. All right? Mark my words. Samuel Reid lines up the 55 front pole. Tobias Fitzsimmons, Toby Fitzsimmons. I'm going to go with Toby Fitzsimmons. We'll start the 17 from 2. From 3, it'll be Zach Hoddle in the 18. From 4, JP Sharder in the 5. Whoop, there we go. Here we go. Try this one again. Terrell Will in the 43 from 5. From 6, the 27 of Chad Griggs. Jared Kuno from 7. Tyler Radabo will line up the 51 from 8. And then Ethan Greek lines up the 19 from position number 9. Safety car about to come in field. We should be 1 to green. There it is. Safety car is in, and well, Samuel Reid gets on the loud pedal, and we're racing here in heat race number 2 of 3. Sharder around the outside of Zach Holt. Now here comes Chad Griggs, going to follow suit on the outside of the racetrack. Sharder coming after the 17 car. Fitzsimmons on the exit of turn number 4. Samuel Reid will lead lap number 1. Big slider coming in from Sharder. Fitzsimmons turns it underneath the 5 car, and Fitzsimmons going to reclaim the runner-up position as they work down the back straightaway. Griggs has found his way from the outside of the 3rd row into a transfer spot into position number 4. Meanwhile, Zach Hoddle has got the 5th and final transfer spot at the moment. Fitzsimmons and Sharder work side by side down into corner number 3. Fitzsimmons goes right through the middle of the racetrack. Sharder banging the right rear off the cushion as they all try to track down your race leader, Samuel Reid. 3 down, 5 to run. Here comes Chad Griggs. Now got to go from the outside. I thought he might have gone outside, inside, but just had to check up a bit, so he lost a little bit of momentum as now he goes to the inside. The 18 car of Zach Hoddle tried the inside of turn 4 there on the 27 car of Chad Griggs. 3rd, 4th and 5th on screen at the moment. They've got about 7/10 of a second back to the 43 car of Terrell Wheeler. 3 laps left to run. Here is JP Sharder. Now closes into about 3/10 of a second over on your race leader, Samuel Reid. Can he hold on? Boy, I tell you what, this is going to be good for the finish here. Can Samuel Reid hold on? Here comes Sharder. Sharder work on the cushion through turn number 1 and off for turn number 2. You expect a slider for the race lead. He might not even need to. He might just get the top out and drive around the outside of the 55 car of Samuel Reid. JP Sharder will lead what is lap number 7. Sharder and Reid, boy, that was very close. That was almost too close for comfort. Into 3 off for corner number 4, and from the outside of the second row, JP Sharder gets the win in heat race number 2. Oh boy. Sharder means business. Heat number 2 results. JP Sharder gets the win over Samuel Reid, Toby Fitzsimmons, Chad Griggs, Zach Hoddle. That'll be a top 5. That'll be locking into the main event. Then you go back to Terrell Wheeler, Kuno, Greek, and Radabo. And that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll be off to your B and C mains. Third and final heat race coming up will line up like this. Matthew Croakey on the pole. Joe Howe lines up the 43 car from position number 2. Second row inside and outside. Jesse DeRosa starts from 3. Chase Swafford lines up out of position number 4. Brendan Voiles lines up out of position number 5. Larry Moody from position number 6. Levi Salzgiver lines up out of position number 7. Robert Charette lines up the 64 from position number 8. And Andy Patton will line up the 87 from position number 9. Your third and final heat race of the evening here, round number 1. Round 1 of the Down and Dirty 360 Wings Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. Can we appreciate your support here on Ultimate Dirt TV? Final heat race of the night before we move into what will be your C main action. Green flag is out and we're underway. It'll be Croakey to get the good jump over Joe Howe. In second position, Swampford quickly finding himself into position number 3. Meanwhile, Brendan Voiles around the outside. As look out, there goes Jesse DeRosa from the inside of the transfer position. Out of the outside, Swampford in the 75 car coming up. The Joe Howe down into turn number 3. It's a short slider. And now here comes Howe back to the inside of the inside off corner number 4. Now to the low side, right down from the bottom to the top they go. Boy, they're really hitting concrete almost. There's contact off turn 2. And Joe Howe goes from second back to position number 5, and he's on the bubble right now. And now he's under some pressure from Jesse DeRosa in the 44 machine. Here comes Levi Salzgiver in that 33 car. He can see the transfer position right in front of him that's been occupied by the 44 car, Jesse DeRosa. Meanwhile, just in front of them by probably 0.6 of a second, you've got Larry Moody trying to run down Brendan Voiles. Howe with a big move there on DeRosa. DeRosa back to the inside. Good racing here at Eldora Speedway. Round number 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. Howe back to the inside and DeRosa into turn number 1. Off for turn number 2 again. They go wheel to wheel and it's an absolute drag race down the back straightaway into 3. DeRosa right through the middle of the racetrack. He leaves Joe Howe the lane on the outside. Here comes Salzgiver in the 33 car. Can he get 2 for 1? He just needs to be a little bit closer. He's going to try to the inside. Almost 3 wide for the final transfer spot. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Matthew Croakey is already down the back straight away into turn number 3 and about to come off corner number 4. Checkered flag at the ready, and Matthew Croakey will win heat number 3. Second, we're going to Chase Swafford, Brendan Voiles, Larry Moody and Joe Howe will be confirmed your top 5 here in just a few moments' time. Jesse DeRosa, Levi Salzgiver, Robert Charette and Andy Patton. Well, off to the consolation races. There you go. There is heat race number 3 done and dusted in the books. We now take a C main. It's going to be skipped. So all drivers, the 12 cars, we can test 10 laps in your B main. And they're going to line up like this. Coulter West lines up the 10 from 1. Terrell Wheeler from position number 2. From 3, it's Jesse DeRosa. From 4, it's Joseph Grandy. From 5, it's Jared Kuno. Levi Salzgiver from position number 6. Cole Zapieski will line up the 9 from 7. Ethan Greek from position number 8. Robert Charette lines up the 64 from 9. Wyatt Kapang lines up the 67 from 10. And the final row, Tyler Alabar and Andy Patton will be the final 2 starters in this one. 10 laps, 12 cars. Top 7 is going to go through. And that will be the magic number for these drivers to make up what will be a 22 car field. We've already locked in 15 directly from the heat races. And well, we're going to lock in another 7 from the B main. No C main action here required. Green flag is out. Which 5 drivers are going to be sent packing for round number 1? Which 7 will continue their quest in trying to take out tonight's season opener? Look out, Joseph Grandy nearly gets into the back of Terrell Wheeler. Watching the 44 car of Jesse DeRosa. Again, he is right in the thick of things. Salzgiver now got some company. He tried to move on Kuna, but now here comes the 9 car of Zapieski. Kuno works to the outside of the racetrack. The 33 car Salzgiver. Meanwhile, second, third, fourth on screen. There it is, the 518 of Joseph Grady. Then you go back to the 43 car of Terrell Wheeler. Jesse DeRosa in the 44. The 22 car of Jared Kuno now closes in, and in comes Zapieski in that number 9 machine. 4 cars right there, third, fourth, fifth and sixth position as we continue on here in B main competition. Again, the magic number is going to be that's top 7. And right now, Levi Salzgiver in the 33 car holds on to that final transfer spot. Halfway home for the 10 car of Coulter West. So continue on here in same B main competition. No C main required. There's the 33 car of Levi Salzgiver. And look at the gap back to what is 8th place, Andy Patton. You're looking about at a 1.5 second gap right now between the pair. And, well, that is going to be the transfer position right there. Anything behind the 33 car, Levi Salzgiver, well, it's time to pack it up and go home. Speaking of wanting to pack it up and get himself further in tonight's starting grid for tonight's main event is that 22 car, Jared Kuno. Kuno closes in right now on the 43 car of Terrell Wheeler, who has let Jesse DeRosa, Joseph Grady get away from him. And meanwhile, you're leading with 1.5 to go. Look at one going to the wall. That was DeRosa. Boy, big moment there for the 44 car. Meanwhile, white flag is out. 1 lap left to go for your race leader. Watching Wheeler and DeRosa. Kuno, all battle right there, close in proximity. Here comes Kuno to the outside of Wheeler, down the back straight away. 3 and 4, final time check, and flag is out. Coulter West gets the win. 3 wide off for turn number 4 for third, fourth and fifth position. Oh, we're not going to spoil this one. We're not going to give you the results just yet because we have got a 5-minute warm-up session slated after this one. Of course, we will have a look at your results here in a few moments' time. Let's take a look at your B main results for the drivers to get ready to do battle in tonight's 30-lap main event. Coulter West confirmed your winner from Joseph Grady. Jesse DeRosa in third. Fourth is going to go to Jared Kuno. Terrell Wheeler makes up your top 5. Cole Zapieski comes home in position number 6, and Levi Salzgiver in the 7th and final transfer spot. Unfortunately for Andy Patton, Tyler Rudabo and Ethan Greek, well, their night is done home in 8th, 9th and 10th. Robert Charette in 11th, and Wyatt Kapang will also 11th and 12th will be sent packing after recording DNFs in this one. Well, that being said, we'll take this opportunity right now. We have got just a little over 4 minutes left. Nope, top 7. Dylan, top 7. It was 10 laps. We had 12 cars. And it's a 22 car field. We locked in 15 directly from the 3 heats. So we have got the warm-up session already on the racetrack. With that being said, again, we'll take this opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back. We'll play a quick commercial break, and then we'll talk about what we've got on the program for the week. And what is going to be the next 9 to 10 weeks ahead here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Stick around. On the other side of this, your 30-lap main event. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, coverage of what is round number 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Wing Sprint Cars, presented by Speed Factory. And what is going to be a wonderful 10 weeks of action here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, you're watching this one later on tonight. After this one, we've got the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Models at Eldora Speedway, presented by Northwest Racing Association. That'll be round number 1, so staying right here at this very racetrack. Tomorrow night, on Thursday nights, it's Gambler Motorsports. Thursday night Thunder double headers from about 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll have small blocks of 358s, followed by your big block modifieds, and then to wrap up the Thursday night, we will have the Down and Dirty Outlaws Pro Late Models, presented by Speed Ranch. Then we go to Sunday night World of Thunder action. And I believe it'll be 3 shows on that one. Monday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, it is the Plum Wild Podcast. Super Late Models presented by Northwest Racing Association. Next week is at Linear National Speedway for round number 2. And of course, we come back on Tuesday night with the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stocks from, I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern or 9 o'clock Eastern. It's one of them too. And then of course, Wednesday night, which all starts the first of what is 5 broadcasts over Wednesday, Thursday. So we've got quite a busy schedule over the next 10 weeks. So Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, of course, is your Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Wings Sprint Cars, followed up by the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Models with the Northwest Racing Association. And like I said, Thursday, a triple header with the Coast to Coast Racing League, hosting the Big Block Modifieds and the 358 Modifieds. And then we'll wrap it up with the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models, presented by Speed Ranch as well. So we've got roughly around 10 cars, or 10 broadcasts, each and every week. Thank you, Scott. Enjoy the Chili Bowl. I was actually watching the Chili Bowl. Before I made my way over here, and I was keeping up to date with what was going on. So looking forward to that one. But thank you very much, Scott. See you back next week, buddy. But right now, well, we have got a main event to get through because, well, the checkered flag is about to be thrown. And the fried veggies, fried pickles, I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but we've done qualifying. We've done basically about a 15 to 20 minute practice session. We've done qualifying. We've done 3 heat races. There was no C main on the program tonight. It was just the B main, which was 10 laps and the top 7. And we were told that the top 22 drivers will lock into tonight's main event, and that's exactly what we have. So, with that being said, what we are going to do, we're going to go through your starting grid here for tonight's 30-lap main event. And, well, Josh Wyman lines up alongside JP Charterer on the front row. Then we go back to row number 2. It's Matthew Croakey and Michael Cooper inside and outside. Third row inside, it's Samuel Reid to the outside. Chase Swafford from position at number 6. Chad Coate lines up the 11 from position number 7. Tobias Fitzsimmons lines up the 17 from position number 8. Brendan Voiles lines up the 22 from position number 9. Bryce Hovenstein lines up the 84 from position number 10. Chad Griggs lines up the 27 from position number 11. The 73 of Larry Moody will start position number 12. From 13, it's the 96 of Nicholas Schell. Zach Hoddle in the 18 will start position number 14. From position number 15, the 43 of Coulter West. And from 16, your B-main winner, it's the 10 car of Coulter West from 16. Joseph Grandy starts alongside Jesse DeRosa in the 17th and 18th starting positions. A pair of teammates line up on the 9th row. Then we go back to row number 10, Jared Kuno in the 22 machine from 19. From 20th to 43W of Terrell Wheeler. And your 11th and final row, Cole Zapiski. Zapiski? Cole? Get with me. Let me know how you pronounce it. I'm going to go with Cole Zapiski. Lines up the 9 from 21. And Levi Salzgiver lines up the 33 from position number 12. It's time to go racing here at the Eldora Speedway. Round number 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 Wing Sprint Cars at the Eldora Speedway. The house that Earl built. Presented by Speed Factory. It's time to go racing as they work down the back straight away. Into corner number 3 and about to come off corner number 4. Whiteman and Charterer Who will get it done tonight? Let's get dirty for 30 in tonight's main event as they work down the front straight away. And, well, it's going to be Josh Whiteman to get to the top side of the racetrack, and he will lead down the back straight away. Look out, here comes Chase Swafford in the 75k. Big slide jump. 2 slide jumps going on. 1 for the race lead. JP Shiner is going to lead lap number 1. Now Whiteman comes back at him. Whiteman, Swafford, and Shiner. Crokey as well. Right there in the thick of things. They work through 3 and 4. Shiner rails the cushion. Lap 2 belongs to Josh Whiteman in the 24 car. Crokey. Now here comes the 12 car of Michael Cooper. Going to move himself into a top 5 position. Move Samuel Reed, Bryce Ovenstein back to 6th and 7th. Meanwhile, challengers up for 2nd and 3rd once again. Swafford down to the inside, slides it up, leaving a lane for the 5 car of JP Shiner just to rip the lip. And boy, that is very close. And to think that this is only lap number 4 complete, that was a very ballsy move, if I must say so myself. Yellow is out. Try to pick what happened here. Oh, I think I might have found the culprit. Bryce Ovenstein in the 84 car. See what happens here. Just come down the racetrack and got tagged by the 55 car. I believe that is Michael. No, in fact, it's Samuel Reed in that one. Apologies to Michael. So we'll see if Samuel Reed gets charged with that one or whether Bryce Ovenstein is going to stay at the tail end of the field. So we'll go back to green here in just a few short moments' time with 22 cars. Make that 21 cars. So 1 car did not make the call. We're just trying to figure out who that was. Alright, we'll get back to racing here in a few short moments' time as you're watching round number 1. Of the Down and Dirty Outlaws 360 wing sprint cars presented by Speed Factory. Tomorrow night acts as the second. We're just going to call it a double header. They've got the Pro Late Models thanks to Speed Ranch. And it's going to be a big 8 weeks of competition. So we've got Eldora Speedway, Lernerville, Port Royal, Cedar Lake Speedway, Lincoln, Charlotte, Lucas Oil, and Knoxville. Here we go, back to green. We're back underway. 5 down. We're back live for 25. Here at Eldora, who will take out the season opener? Well, Josh Whiteman continuing to lead the way. JP Shiner quickly runs in the 2nd spot. Here comes Chase Swafford driving it deep down into 3. Had to back out of it. Off corner number 4. Now he goes down to the inside trying to shut it on. Koki in the 2 car, but in the 12 car right there was Michael Cooper. He wanted to make it 3 wide in the middle on the entry down into turn number 1, I should say. They're all still jockeying for positions. Look at Chad Griggs just pick up probably about 2, 3, maybe even 4 positions. Just work on the inside of the speedway. Boy, the 27 aces up. Sim Sports. 27 cars hooked up right now, all working the bottom side. He's found the moisture down there. Looking for the grip. He'll move into position number 5. Josh Wyman continues to lead the way over JP Shiner. It's Chase Swafford in 3rd. Matthew Crokey in 4th. Samuel Reed makes up your top 5. But again, here comes Griggs to the inside. On Reed, and Fitzsimmons is right there with us. So making a 3-wave dance right now for 5th, 6th and 7th position. Yellow is out with 10 completed in the books now. The 44 car, Jesse DeRosa, I believe, involved in this one. We'll take a look at the instant replay. And that was just a place of nowhere to go for the 44 car of DeRosa. Sapolsky came in there and was just straight up into the left rear, and they were just trying to check up for the cars in front of them. Tell you what, you look on board right now with your race leader, Josh Whiteman out in front at the minute. So the lights are still on the RAC.com official pace truck. We are still looking at a 2 to green. So yes, lights still flashing. Your leader Josh Whiteman out in front. JP Shiner in second, just to the 5 screen there to the right. Let's just get something fixed up here. Just bear with me, folks. Promise you're not going to miss any of the action. Take, look at that. Back right to where we left off. Josh Whiteman going to bring us to the green off turn number 4. 10 down, 20 to go. Still plenty with action aplenty. And the green flag is out. Oh, Swafford with a big move there on JP Shiner. Boy, you really had to make that one stick. And now Chase Swafford going to move to the runner-up position. But here comes JP Shiner. He'll now throw it back to the top of the racetrack. Who's it going to be? Well, we know Josh Whiteman continued to lead the way, but Chase Swafford had second at the line. And now Swafford now sets his sights on the back of the tail, taking the 24 car. But I'll tell you what, Matthew Croquet in car number 2, he's also working the inside. Maybe learnt something what Chad Griggs showed him about the last 3 or 4 laps prior to the yellow. Croquet and Griggs still working the bottom side of the racetrack as JP Shiner just starts to get away from 4th place finisher, 4th place driver at the minute of Croquet, but now going to move that one. Oh, look out, Croquet in the back of Shiner. There was a big moment there. Here comes Joe Howe in the 43 car. Look out, here's Fitzsimmons to the outside. So Fitzsimmons and Howe, they work it side by side. Off turn number 4, your leader by around 6/10 of a second still is the 24 car of Josh Whiteman, watching the 43 car of Joe Howell put the move on the 17 car of Fitzsimmons. Now here comes Brandon Voiles in the 22. Boy, a lot of sliders being served. 15 down, 15 to run here in the main event. So we're officially in half race distance. And Whiteman still leads the way. Who will take out the season opener of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars, presented by Speed Factory? Who will get the job done here tonight? Look out, our slider from Howe on Voiles. Voiles got into the back of him. And if there was enough time to lift there, these drivers, they have no mirrors, so they wouldn't. I'm not sure if he knew how close he actually was, but we will go yellow and we'll set him back up. We'll get him lined up into rows of 2 by 2 once again. Boy, I tell you what, these drivers, they're making it work on the bottom, they're making it work on the top. Chad Coate in the 11 missing the top wing. We'll see what happened to him on the instant replay. Bryce Ovenstein just got him there in the 84 car, and then unfortunately just caught the inside wall, which meant, well, he caught the inside concrete wall, took out the front wing. So these drivers, they were told at the start of the night, well, they've got one fast repair, they're allowed to use it, and well, the timing's right now for Chad Coate as he finds himself back in the pit. Jared Kuno, 13 laps down, and I dare say he's back in the pit area. Coulter West, in what looks to be 4 laps down. He's out, should be out of the event. There is Chad Coate in the 11 car, coming back out onto the raceway right now, and, well, it shouldn't be any laps down as the field. They get the 2 to green signal. Right now, it should be 2 to green. Yes, it is. The light's still on the RAC.com official pace track. So week number 1. Week number 1 of 8 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars, presented by Speed Factory. Tomorrow night at about 9:30 Eastern, it's going to be round 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Pro Late Models, presented by Speed Ranch. Again, you can catch all the action live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV, live across social media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We've got it all covered. So looking for a restart here with 12 to go. Well, you double the number of 12, you've got 24. That happens to be the number of our race leader, of Josh Whiteman. Getting the 75, Chase Swafford. Can he capitalise on this restart? What has Griggs or JP Shutter got on the second row? Fitzsimmons and Reed in row number 3. Coming back to the green flag. The field is in the hands of the 24 car, Josh Wyman. Here we are back underway. Almost 3 wide, down through 1 and 2 as Chad Griggs goes right through the middle. Swafford around the outside and JP Shutter. He was catfishing on the inside of the raceway. Now Griggs goes back down to the bottom into 3 and 4. What's been working for him the last 10 or 12, 10 laps or so. And now he's got the runner-up spot at the start-finish line. But Swafford quickly sweeps back around the outside, back into position number 2. The wing starting to get pulled back in the trunk for the 75 car. 20 down, 10 laps left to run. Swafford regains a runner-up position from Chad Griggs back there in 3rd. Shutter in 4th, and Fitzsimmons rounds out your top 5. Joe Howe, Brendan Foyles, Samuel Reid, Matthew Crokey, Bryce Hovenstein. That's your top 10. Watching this, 1st, 2nd and 3rd on screen. Now we're into single digits for the laps remaining left here for round number 1. Oh, we are yellow, and with inside of 10 to go, boys, we should be going to a single file restart. This could be a very interesting last, what will be 8 laps. Who will take out the season opener? Again, we thank everybody for not only coming out tonight, but of course coming out for what should be a wonderful 8 weeks of competition. Still got a bunch of awards to give, of course. Top 3 for the season points payout. It's going to be $150 for first, and I believe it's going to be Redline Design Company custom champion mini wing. $75 for second, $50 for third. And then, of course, the weekly race awards. I believe the feature winner sticker and $15 for the feature winner. And then, of course, the hard charger. Well, it just gets a good thumbs up. But also a hard charger sticker for the 360 winged sprint cars. And I believe it's basically just a carbon copy of the Pro late models on Thursday night. Yes, James, we are seeing some good racing here at Eldora Speedway. It looks like Chad Coate is a lap down, so he may have been a victim yet again. The old hashtag old guys rule, eh? Surely I'm in that group. 8 to run, lights are out. Josh Whiteman, like I said, inside 10 laps to go, single file restarts. Ken Whiteman, Swafford, Griggs. Who will find enough speed? Who will find enough moisture left in this racetrack, because there's not a whole lot left. JP Shutter immediately goes down to the inside to work over Chad Griggs for the final spot on the podium. Meanwhile, Griggs going to shut it all down into turn number 3. Well, the left front just catches the concrete wall there, and now here comes a battle for the race lead. Slide jump by Chase Swafford in the 75 machine, and now Whiteman back to the inside. This is the first time really in tonight's main event that someone's actually gotten in front of the 24 car of Josh Whiteman. We come to 6 to go. Swafford once again down to the inside, down into turn number 1, trying to stay somewhat mid-track off corner number 2. But Josh Wyman, he had a lot of speed there on the exit of the second turn. Shutter going downstairs, as is Chad Griggs. Griggs again trying to catfish his way to the bottom side through 3 and 4, but Shutter running a different line from the middle entry into turn number 1, off for turn 2. He's up on the cushion, back down to the bottom into turn 3. He'll do the same off for turn number 4. And Shutter may just be one of the quickest cars on the racetrack, although Josh Wyman with a 14.592. I'm going to say Chad Griggs, his last lap was a 14.593, where Swafford and Shutter, they were 14.750s. Both of them, so I think maybe Griggs is starting to get things figured out here. And this time, Chad Griggs goes to the inside on Shutter just as we come to 3. And we are going to make it 2 to run. And it is a green-white checker. It is going to be a sprint to the end. Who will take out the opening round of the series, an 8-week season? And from what I can recall, I believe there is one drop week. Now, not confirmed. I believe it is just one drop week. So again, who will go into Redline Design Co. Victory Lane here tonight? You can visit redlinedesigncompany.net. Of course, round number 1 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Factory 360 winged sprint cars. Check out speedfactory.site. And then, of course, our Pro Late Models, of course, the Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Ranch Pro Late Model Series. Victory built, champion driven. You can visit speedranchsetups.com for the Pro Late Models. There we go. Thank you, Scott. See, I sometimes know what I'm talking about. So if I can know what let's say if I know what I'm talking about for the next 8 weeks as the lights are out. And what could be the final restart of the night, what is scheduled to be a green-white checker. Who knows what can happen here. But if they get to the white flag, if the leader gets on the white flag, well, we will race it out to the start-finish line. Whiteman, Swafford, Shutter, Griggs, Howe, that's your top 5. You're getting ready to launch up for turn number 4. Swafford got a little too eager there on the gas, and that could be a big moment, considering that there is only 2 laps left to run. Shutter trying to close in on the back of the 75 car. Now Shutter down to the inside, down into turn number 3. Shutter sticks to bottom all the way through turn number 3 and 4. And JP Shutter has second at the start-finish line. The white flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Back straight away for the final time into turn number 3. Wyman runs the middle on the entry into 3. Off for corner number 4. Going to Redline Design Company. Victory lane is going to be Josh Whiteman. A great finish for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th position. But Josh Wyman not going to be denied here in Victory Lane. Josh Whiteman will be confirmed your winner. We'll take a look at the official results coming up here after 30 laps. Josh Whiteman gets the win over Chase Swafford home in 2nd. 3rd is JP Shutter, Chad Griggs in 4th position. Joe Howe rounds out your top 5. Tobias Fitzsimmons, Samuel Reid in 6th and 7th. Bryce Hovenstein, 8. Brandon Voyle, Zach Hoddle. That'll be your top 10. We'll go over the page. 11th through the 20th. Matthew Croakey, Michael Cooper, Nicholas Shell, Terrell Wheeler and Jesse DeRosa make up your top 15 drivers. Cole Zapolsky in 16th, Larry Moody, Levi Salzgiver, Chad Coate, Jared Kuno in 20th, with Coulter West in 21st, and Joseph Grandy was the car to not make the start of this, what was 22 car field. Hard charger is also Joe Howe, plus 10 positions. So we'll chat to not only our top 3, but we'll also chat to the man that comes home in what was 5th place, and also your hard charger here tonight. But right down into Victory Lane, let's chat to the man that goes a 1-for-1 here tonight in the season opener of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. It is Josh Whiteman. Josh, congratulations on this victory. And boy, I got to say, there was a couple of times late in that race. The boys behind you gave you a little bit of a scare, but man, you got the job done here tonight. Nice way to start off the season.
Yeah, for sure. Good race, and yeah, it was fun. Good way to start the season.
Track got pretty slick there towards the end of the end of that feature race. Were you sort of playing with the wing much at all, especially getting towards the back end of that feature event?
I had the wing pulled back a little bit right from the start and didn't adjust to the car. Felt great the whole race. I know I made some mistakes here and there, let those guys get up to me, but once I got settled in, took a couple deep breaths, I was able to keep my composure and just be smooth and set sail. So pretty happy.
I guess the next question is, you're obviously happy to pick up the win, but were you happy with sort of how the car felt, especially getting towards the back end of that feature when the track was really slick?
Yeah, I felt like I could keep it in the gas a little bit more than usual in the slick. Kind of been working on a couple of things, testing, figuring things out, and car felt great the whole night. Just got to keep working, because these other guys are going to keep working too. They're going to get faster, so we got to do the same.
Josh, well done on the victory here tonight at Eldora to open up the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cards presented by Speed Factory. Josh, we'll let you get to celebrating here in just a few short moments, but before we let you get to celebrating, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 24 machine.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you to the guys at Scott Thomason Racing on my team, especially my team owner Scott, Chad Griggs from Aces Up Sim Sports for supporting our team, Alex Bergeron, Aiden Beerline over at ABR Setup Shop for creating awesome setups that are really good, working with us if we need help, and all my customers that come support my Finish Line race designs for paints to help me support the iRacing habit here. Couldn't do it without them.
Josh, well done on the win. We'll see you next week for round number 2, buddy. Well done.
Yep, and thanks for the broadcast. Brett, you're the best in the business, man.
Oh, he's sweet. Josh Wyman, home in first spot. Home in second spot tonight, the 75 car of Chase Swampford. Chase, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. And, well, I guess that final restart, that little bit of contact probably cost you a good shot at a win here tonight. But, I mean, overall, second place to open up the series. You can't be too disappointed with that one.
Oh, definitely not. No, Josh was having a lot of trouble, it seemed, on the restarts with keeping a constant pace. He'd either slow up or, speed up a little bit. And, that last restart kind of got me out of line and climbed his bumper. But hopefully he can get that figured out if he's up front ever again and won't have that problem.
What was the overall thought process? At the start of that main event, after you guys had the B main. B main just finished, and you guys had a 5-minute warm-up session. What was the tweaking of the setups, especially from the B main or from the last time you hit the racetrack to that warm-up session, knowing that that this track is going to be pretty slick?
Mostly I just checking my fuel. I did some testing with the White Knuckle Setup Shop guys. They've come on board with our team this year, and they've got us pretty well lined out, so I don't have to worry about that as much. But yeah, just mostly fuel and decision on wing angle, but I just left it alone tonight.
Chase, well done on the runner-up finish here tonight. Before we let you get to celebrating the second place finish, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 75 car.
Yeah, thanks to a White Knuckle Setup Shop again. They've been great the past couple of weeks, getting me back up to speed with this update. I've been quick, but I've not been where I used to be at. It's been nice to have them. And then Turn 2 Photography and Dirt Racing in the Blu-rays Live. You find them on Facebook. They're going to follow the main late model series next year if you want to check them out.
Chase, well done on the run-up finish. We'll see you back next week, buddy. Well done.
Thank you.
Chase Swampford home in position number 2, and JP Shutter going to join us here on the podium to come home in position number 3. JP, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Boy, you showed the boys how to get it done from the second row in the heat race. Looked like you just somewhat lacked a little bit there towards the back end of that feature event, but was it a case of maybe just driving a little bit too hard to where the right rear was catching the concrete a couple of times?
Yeah, just a couple of times there. We had a good qualifying and heat race package there. Just couldn't get it done in the feature.
What do you learn from this feature? And of course we come back to next week for what is going to be round number 2 of the series. We'll travel to, I believe it's going to be Lernerville. What do you learn from tonight that you can sort of apply to next week?
Don't be afraid to pull the wing back. That's for sure.
Tonight you had a concrete wall to deal with. Next week we go to Lernerville. There's no concrete wall around there. You go off the edge of that right rear jumps the cushion. How much is that going to play into your mind next week? And what are you going to do between now and then to get yourself well prepared for next week's race?
We're not too sure. That's a good question, but I can tell you what, I'll be in here next week. Mark my words.
JP, well done on the third place finish here tonight. We'll let you thank everybody involved in this 5 car before we let you get out of here.
Just Tyler Hesson Driving School, and then you for this amazing broadcast. You do a great job.
JP, well done on third. We'll see you back next week, buddy.
Yep, see ya.
JP Sharder home in third spot. We'll quickly chat to the man that comes home with the hard charger position. He started position number 15th. In fact, he was the final transfer spot from the heat race, but now he drives up 10 spots. Joe Howe. Joe, congratulations. Not only a hard charger award, but you end up getting a top 5. That must feel pretty good knowing that you're able to drive through this, drive up through this field and come over, and not only a solid finish, but a hard charger.
Hey, Brad. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just kind of luck. When you start deep in the field, it's difficult to make it through without catching the wreck. But yeah, I was just fortunate. I had some close calls. I got into Brandon Boyles a little bit. Sorry to him, but yeah, just the car was fast, and I was able to rip the top. So I just needed a few more laps. But yeah, it was a good night.
Mate, you start 15th tonight. You're pretty much dead smack in the center of the field. You have 3 rows of cars behind you. You have 6 rows of cars in front of you. What goes through your mind after that warm-up session is complete, and just as you're rolling around before you take that green?
Just to avoid wrecks, just to make the first lap, first turn, just to survive that, and just find your groove and get your momentum, then go from there. But, of course, I wish I had a better start. I screwed up in the heat race a little bit, so, it makes it tough to come from the back to get a podium finish. But I'm definitely happy with the results tonight.
Joe, well done. Joe, well done on a 5th place finish here tonight. And again, you are tonight's hard charger, moving up 10 positions. Before we let you go, Joe, and we'll let you think of it involved on this 43 car.
Well, first off, thank you guys for the broadcast. You guys, one of the best. You do a terrific job, so we're fortunate to have you. And Terrell Wheeler for putting this league on. He does a great job. He pulls a great field. All these drivers are talented. Race everyone clean, so looking forward to this season, and big thanks to him. Finally, Alex Bergeron gave you our setup shop. I'm unable to get on the sim and put laps in and practice, but he just never fails. Always prepares me, gets me ready, and he's always a big help. So big thanks to him. And yeah, it'd be tough for me to do it without him. So and finally, Coulter West for my wrap, for my car. He does my designs, and he does a terrific job.
Joe, well done on hard charger. Well done on a 5th place finish, buddy. We'll see you back next week at Lernerville.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And there we go. Joe Howe, your hard charger from position number 15, moving up 10 spots to come home with a 5th place finish. Well, that'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the first part of this doubleheader. Of course, you've been watching the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Winged Sprint Car Season Opener presented by Speed Factory. You can catch Evan's next 7 weeks right here on the Ultimate Dirt TV on the Wednesday night. Then, of course, tomorrow night with the Pro Late Models presented by Speed Ranch as well. Again, right back here at this very racetrack at the Eldora Speedway. We look forward to having your company not only tonight, but of course tomorrow night, and of course over the next 7-8 weeks if you include tomorrow night's broadcast as well. So with that being said, we'll take this opportunity to thank everybody involved behind the scenes that makes all this possible, all the drivers, all the people that watch tonight's videos. Don't forget, we've got about 10 broadcasts a week over the next 8 to 10 weeks, so we've got your iRacing stuff covered right here on your home for Dirt Track Broadcasting. The only person to have anywhere close to over 50,000 followers across social media is what we've got access to. So we'll take this opportunity to thank everybody involved, and on behalf of the management behind the scenes and everybody that makes all the wheels turn and go round, my name's Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night. We'll see you back shortly for some more racing in about an hour's time.